doing what we do, every Wednesday, IBP Media Group on YouTube. Make sure you go follow that, subscribe right now when we're live, and I got my brother in the building,
How's it
Jerk
going?
Take in the building. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's going down with you? Let me down a little bit, Uh, yeah, man. How was your week? How was your week? How was your weekend? All that, you hear
Um,
on hump day all the time, pause. And
hey,
we
I
here.
mean, it's got its ups and downs and all that stuff, but I'm just trying to progress.
Yeah, 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 no doubt. No doubt. I see I see you grinding, I see you working, I see you doing what you do. You know what I mean? Let people know what you got going on this week, what you got playing. Got some editing to do, some recording, some
Yep. So, Ben, for the last that's crazy. For the last like 2.5 years, I've been editing this one video, but we had five camera people, and we had out of the five camera people, it's about an hour and a half of footage for each person, everything like that, and then some other like it was 2 days after and stuff like that with like one camera person, all that stuff. So the video's a heavy edit. It's a big vlog and everything like that. It's the Talking when Chip Redemption video. I've been talking about that for quite a while. Had a collaboration with 716 Block, the YouTuber.
yeah, yeah,
We've been trying to be patient with this video because it's really big and there's a lot. It's a really beefy video and whatnot. So I've been trying to edit that. I am so close finally after 2.5 years editing this thing. It's I can't believe it. Most people are like, I'm surprised you didn't give up on that thing yet. I'm like, no, I don't give up on nothing. The other thing
yeah,
is
no
we've
doubt.
been filming 3 music videos this past few weeks. So gonna be having 3 music videos soon that are gonna be coming out.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, you working, man. You grinding. You know what I mean? It's just no days off, man. It's like
Never.
even it seems like when I'm on vacation, I still do a little work.
Me too.
I still do a little do a little bit of editing, do some content, whatever.
Exactly.
Uh, it's like it continues. It's a habit too.
I
You
get
know,
depressed if I don't.
yeah, becomes a habit. It's like you be out you're having a good time, but you're picking up your device and doing this, doing the video here, editing something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Post it up
Exactly.
and keep it moving. That's how you do it. You gotta be consistent with it. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into questions today in a minute, but we also gonna talk about the BET Hip Hop Awards also. We're gonna tap into that a little bit too, because that was very interesting last night. I got a little bit of fire topics, but the fire topics, I might need some help on this one because I just seen something in my feeds today. I don't know how true it is, but you know, we're gonna get into that, you know what I'm saying, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit too. You know what I mean? But right now, what I'm saying, we're gonna get right into the question of the day. For those artists out there, this is gonna be something I'm gonna touch bases on today, and I'll probably touch bases on Saturday when we live on IG too, because I think this is important also for all you artists that's trying to, release music, it's good stuff. And I think this question would definitely work good for you too, Joe Taker, because you do these things and you know how to get in where you fit in. But the question of the day for all you artists, make sure you tag an artist, producer, or business owner that's on the internet, that's on social media, trying to push their brand, music, or something. Make sure you check this out. The question today is how to build a following before you release music. How to build a following before you release music. When I say following, those followers end up being fans. 'Cause, following and fans is different, but them followers can definitely could turn into fans. But how can you build one before you release music? This question was in my inbox for a while. I haven't answered. I got a couple, like 4 or 5 more questions that's real big good too. That's real deep. That I'm gonna bring to the table. But this is real important. I saved this one for this show because a lot of things that you do, you put everything together. You know how to put things in your lane to where you can be relevant, to where you can get a following before you release music, and that's what makes you different from everybody else. And one of the things that I've noticed for some artists, especially the artists that's real big right now, like the baby, um, little baby, to even Drake, even Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy, you know, he was doing his thing on this too. Number one is I'm not really into this lane, but I respect it. Gamers. A lot of the rappers and these mature rappers get famous off of gamers. They get on Twitch, they get on these platforms, play video games to play their music, connected to the games. People ask questions, who that is. Before you know it, you know, they're doing what it do, and they start following. I got the V Green the Queen.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Hey,
Morning.
no doubt, no doubt. Um, we into the question today, but I need you to do me a favor and do some research real quick while we talking about the question of the day. This came on my feeds, and I want to get some facts on it. I didn't
Okay.
Google it yet, but I seen it, but I don't know how true it is because I was too busy prepping for the show and make sure the music getting played. I'm working on the radio side. Um, the rumor that I'm seeing on the feeds, I've seen about 9 different posts that Odell Beckham is signed to the Buffalo Bills.
What?
So Google that, make sure that's facts.
I sure am doing
Yeah,
that right
'cause I know
now.
he's in. I do have facts that he is in Buffalo, spending time with Von Miller. He was took some pictures at Lenovo's Pizza. I seen that footage, but I don't know if he signed yet. I know he was
Oh, it came
visiting.
right up too.
And
Oh, it came right up.
okay,
Well, it says landing spot. I guess the Bills are looking at him, the Rams are looking at him. So it came right up. Odell Beckham Jr., Bills. It came right up, but it looks like he still remains unsigned. Now, this was as of 21 hours ago, and this is what CBS Sports is reporting,
okay,
that he still remains unsigned. So they might be vetting him. Well, he may be. Listen,
yeah,
yeah, it says Bills Rams still headline, most likely 2022 destination. So come on to the Bills. Come on to Buffalo, Odell.
yeah.
Come
Because
on to
I
Buffalo.
seen the footage with that he posted up on Twitter with Von Miller at Lenovo's eating some pizza and wings, and people taking pictures and stuff, all that, and he signing autographs and he hanging out with Vaughn and Vaughn showing him around Buffalo. So,
Is that normal that they do when they're trying to get a player to come to the team?
They
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 u they usually
schmooze
give him a
them.
tour. They always give him a tour. I know every artist that got signed or got, or even got drafted, they always give him a tour of the city. They take him, like, down to the main spots, like the Novas, the Gym
Lenovo.
Steakout, to you know what I mean,
Duff's
to the,
probably.
Acre
Hmm.
Bar, all of take it to the canal side, take him through the hood, you know what I mean? And, now and they also take him to the Jefferson 10. That's, like, one of the first spots they take him. 'Cause I know Odell Beckham went to go visit out there and also showing them out there too, putting
That's where I
flowers
met
out
Big
there and
Sean.
everything too. So, that's they come and represent and show love to the Griselda movement and all the cultures of Buffalo. They definitely do that to a lot of the artists, a lot of the athletes that come to the team or get signed or get drafted. So that they, because the city of Buffalo, we good neighbors. We know our
Yeah.
hospitality is big. So, you
It
know,
looks like he also visited the Giants facility. But Odell, if you're listening to this, you know the Buffalo Bills is the only true New York team. I'm just going to put that out there.
hey, that's a fact. That's a fact. And, if you do go to the Giants, the head coach is from Buffalo, but he used to could be our coach, but he's the head coach there. He's doing a good job too. 'Cause he turned that whole team around.
Oh,
Because
I
last
guess
year
he
they couldn't
was.
win a game.
Yeah.
Now they, I believe, they 3-1 right now. So, he's definitely doing a good job that with that Buffalo flavor. You know what I mean? But yeah, come to Buffalo though. Stop playing
Come on to
with us
Buffalo.
with that.
Stop playing. Like,
Stop
right,
playing with
right.
that. Stop teasing us and all that. I see it on my feed, so I'm like, I said I gotta Google this, but I'm so busy doing. I'm like, I gotta get Big Green, the Queen, on this one because I want to know what's going down with this and all that. So that's the update right there on Odell Beckham on the Buffalo Bills. So we're gonna
I
keep
guess
y'all
he watched
posted
the
on that.
game too. They said he was on hand to watch the game between the Bills and the Rams. Well,
Yeah, yeah. He definitely was showing some love. And Vaughn been trying to get him on since day one. So and ever since our wide receiver had broke his foot or hand or something, and he's out, for the season. So we need a wide receiver. So
how many
so
players do we have out right now? Like three?
Believe it's like 5 right now. I know well,
Man.
out for the season, I believe it's 3. Injured, I believe he had 6 or 7. I
Mm,
know, some might come back. I know Oliver might come back this week. They said, he's pending to come back, and, I think they're gonna keep, White out until, the Chiefs. So, he probably just chilling. I know he's pretty much healthy now, ready to go, but they might save him for the Chiefs. But that's the, middle of the season to where we can transition. The first half of our season is pretty tough, but I think he's gonna be the weapon. And if Odell come out, that's definitely gonna be another, weapon that Josh can use off his scrambling and making plays because Odell Beckham is the master of that, making plays off of, defense, of them double teaming him and all that good stuff. But it's gonna be hard to because now they can't double team Diggs in him. So
mm-hmm.
and McKenzie. So they got they one-on-one all day with that. They can't,
Mm-hmm.
they can shut one down, but two gonna make you open somewhere. You know what I mean? If it ain't open, you know what Josh gonna do.
Uh-huh. Listen, we go find a way out of no way, okay?
Yeah,
Period.
yeah, yeah, no doubt. But the question of the day is very interesting. How to build a following before you release music
Mm,
for all you artists. How to build
mm.
a following before you release music. And number one on my list is gamer. Out of the 3 I'm gonna post up, but, and I know a lot of gamers out there, and most of these artists that's famous now, especially at the wars last night, a lot of them got famous off being gamers, you
You
know.
know, that's so funny. One of I can't even think of he's not even an artist, but he's a gamer.
Mhm.
But you're right. My sons listen to him. They watch the game, watch him play the game, and he's like one of the number one black gamers out there. If you Google it on YouTube, you can probably figure it out. But yeah, he raps and sings and all of that. I think he wants to be an artist, but maybe he's scared to step
Yeah,
out, so
yeah,
he's doing his gaming thing.
yeah, that's the powerful thing. I ain't been a gamer in a while. You a gamer, Joe Checker?
Not enough to say I am. I'm gonna be
Mm,
honest. I actually was late to gaming because, like most people, they started when they were really young and everything like that. Like especially in this generation, I didn't at all. I actually had a really late start. I
Yeah,
started gaming a little bit, and then I liked it. I liked it to an extent, but I liked the open world types of games. I wasn't
mm,
too fond of the what the majority of the people liked. I liked the open world games,
yeah,
and I mean, to be honest, now I'm so busy, I never get time to game. So I
yeah,
mean,
me
like,
too.
I'm like different than the majority. So like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, you don't game. And I'm like, I mean, now I kind of in the background of what I'm doing, kind of watch games, like
Yeah,
gameplays and stuff like that on YouTube and whatnot. But I don't play games really anymore. I just don't have time. If I can incorporate it into what I'm doing, like the video content creation, then I'll do it. But like
mm.
the times that I actually get to do it, barely at all. So I would say no now.
yeah,
Yeah,
I know a
DJ
lot of them. I
Bandana
know,
Black has a gaming on Twitch.
yeah, yeah, Twitch. I know Soulja Boy's real. That's how he got famous off one of his
Mhm.
marketing was playing games, and he got involved in building game consoles and stuff like that. But also, Lil Baby got popular, through his music. Where he got signed with Cash Money, he was gaming and playing music. He was real. They say he's real good. Him and Tory Lanez be going at it all the time, betting and everything. They
Mm,
real good on what they doing
mm.
on Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. They strong in that area in those games. And Madden. I was a gamer a little something in the late '90s, and then in the 2000s, I got into the Madden game real good when I was living down south because I was doing the Madden tournaments all the time. They used to do them all the time back in Georgia. I used to ride from South Carolina, the other side of Atlanta. They had like a rec center where they had like a gym with all the consoles, Xbox, the PlayStation. You pick which one you want to play your opponent. And I signed up for a lot of those games, man. And one of the big tournaments, I came third place and won a little bit of money. You know what I mean? And I felt like I cheated though. But
We
yeah,
always feel like we get cheated, don't
I felt like
we?
I got cheated on that one though, man. But I had because I think I remember what happened. I felt like I cheated because you couldn't use the same team the other person used. So through the whole tournament, I was using the Atlanta Falcons because at that time Mike Vick, I was running
Mhm.
Mike Vick real well at that time, and and then the person I was my opponent, he had also had the Falcons, but they said he had his first. I'm like, I won a coin toss on everything I was doing to use that team, but they said that he was the main first one to have that. I didn't remember that through the whole tournament because it was like over 300 something players, and
Mm,
I never, I knew who was picking who, and I paid attention, but I never seen him. Because I said he used the Patriots on the first 3 rounds of the tournament. He didn't even use the Falcons at all. But now when
mm,
he wanna play me, he used the Falcons, but they say he had them first. How? So that I was really upset about that. I said, "Okay, alright, okay, cool." And I forgot what team I used. I didn't use, the Patriots. I think I used, I forgot what I used. I think it was Philadelphia at the time, Eagles. They had a good team at the time too, with McNabb, and I think I used him, and I lost by 3 points in overtime.
mm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? But
what's
I knew
up.
if I
You
would've
came
used
in
the
number
Falcons, I would've.
three
Can I say it
out
again?
of 300. You came in number three out of 300.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
crazy. That's what's
Yeah,
up.
I was real in that Madden, real good, man, and I played better on the ESPN football when it came out that year too. So they didn't do a tournament for that. I like the ESPN football. I wish they would've kept that going like they did with the Madden, but, you know what I'm saying? But I did good on that too. But yeah, I was like, man, I was like, "Come on, man." I was like, I was 38 hot, you know? I was like, "Yeah, well, he ain't used that team the whole tournament. The first 3 rounds, he used the Patriots, and he was crushing them too. He was zipping people. I think he was zipping people with the Patriots. I think he was beating them like 38 nothing, 40 something nothing, 50 something nothing, and he was real good with the Patriots. And I was like, okay, I got some fun. Then he see me with you know with the Atlanta Falcons. I was blowing people out. You know what I mean? So that was kind of funny. But yeah, gamers is number one on the list that people promote and market their music before they release music, and they build a heavy following to bring fans. Um, and this right here fits for me and Jertaker. Number two is podcasters. You know what I mean? Podcasters. I know a lot of people that's in the game, that's singers, rappers, that's podcasting in the podcast game, internet radio, which also at number three. I'm doing both, and that's a way to create your brand to who you are with the music, and, that's pretty much what I'm doing, and it works, you know what I mean? And, then I got a note right here saying, "If you an artist, you not doing none of those 3, you know, um, get involved with any type of social media lane to be a street team for a podcaster or a gamer or internet radio." You know what I mean?
Mm,
If you really wanna be a follower, follow, you know what I'm saying? Think and Grow with Vet Green, and follow and share and send her some music to play on the show, send her, some free merch, get involved, be a part of something, build a relationship. These
yeah.
things that gets you into it, where, she could be a spokesman for the brand, you know what I
And
mean,
make
on
sure
the
we can
podcast.
find your stuff. Like that's so bothersome, especially if people send me music
Mhm,
and I'll go and I'll look for it on Spotify or something like that. A lot of times I can't find it, or I'll be listening to the Joker's music,
mhm,
or Jertaker's music, and then the way my Spotify is set up now, it'll give me some more music that's similar to what you guys are playing.
mhm,
Now I'm looking for the artist. I can't find them. All I have
mhm.
is a name.
That's
And
right.
if you're not well known, even if I Google you, I'm not going to be able to find you. That is so frustrating, especially if it's good.
Yeah,
Especially if
yeah.
it's good. And you were saying yesterday, I think, which I didn't know, that artists can put their social media pages on their Spotify.
Mhm,
That is needed, especially if you're out here pushing your music and you want people to hear you.
mhm,
Let us
mhm.
hear everything. Let us see the full profile of who you are, and have your
Yeah,
music on
yeah,
your social media as well.
mhm.
So at least
Right.
snippets of it.
Yeah, yeah. Because right there in your distribution, it's right there. Like you go whatever distribution you're using, a Driscoll Kid, TuneCore, I use BeatStars. So it's like you can go right into your distribution. They have a links you can put your links in, right in, and they'll connect to every platform across the board on your title, Amazon Music. You know what I mean? All that, and then once you go and click on the name of the artist on that platform, like Spotify, it'll
Mm-hmm.
also say they have the little logos on the side of, the Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, of all the links, website. You got your website link right there. You can go to
Oh
either one of them
wow.
and click
It's
right
like a
there
link
while you're
tree in
listening to the
there.
music.
Oh
You know what I
wow.
mean? So, you know, I don't know if they know that tool because a lot of I see a couple artists that I go to have those things connected to their platform. A lot of them I don't. So I understand
Mm-hmm.
where you're coming from right there because it's frustrating when you're trying to find something on somebody and you can't find
So
nothing. You can't
You
frustrating.
even
you want to know what
see.
it also thing is too is some of the distribution platforms as well don't have it. So like you said, DistroKid. If somebody's not using DistroKid, they're using something that's not like as prevalent. You know what I'm saying? They might not have that option.
Yeah, I know, the real small ones, like, I seen a one little, platform, it's called, TR or was it T TLR distribution or something. Them small ones that's coming up usually don't have that option. You gotta do it manually. Like, once you know your account, no if you already have an account with Spotify, you can go right into your
Mm-hmm.
Spotify and do it, and then as far as Amazon, Tidal, and all that, you gotta build an account with them outside of that so you can find where you put the information. That's too much work. Trying to find it's the top 5 distributions, Google that, pick out of the top 5. 'Cause the guarantee at the top 5 of the list, they got all that information that you can use to put your information, your web especially your website. You know what I'm saying? They even add the new character on, Spotify, Tidal, on Amazon, and Apple that you can put your, what they call that when you got all your social media on one link? They got
A
that,
link tree.
like a link tree, yeah. They got that
I
in there
like
now.
that.
That's new. You know what I
Do you
mean? They
both
put
have
that in
link
there.
trees?
Look
I
at
do.
You
I
have a
don't have
link
a
tree.
link tree. I have, everything in my distribution. It's like a
You
link
know
tree.
what's, you know what's crazy for me is I have a link tree of a link tree of a link tree. So I have like a section with my lyrics, section for my music, section for my social media,
Yeah.
section
Yeah.
for anything that talked about me or this or that and etc. and all that. So like I have a links of links
Yeah.
all put
Oh, I
together. You
like
can find
that.
right on Google.
It's
Right on
another one
Google.
called Monkey Tree that you can put everything in one like that too. I
Oh
checked that
Mm.
really?
out. It's called Monkey Tree that you can put everything. You could like same thing what you have with your layers, but you can have it like in order, and they can click on which one they want to click on. And then you could put in the embed of your YouTube video right in, so they can watch the video play while they're looking at everything else. So
Oh,
that's what
that's
that's
dope. I'm
yeah
gonna
that
definitely have to look into that because I did it in a really the way that I did it was a pain because I actually had to make separate link like tree accounts or whatever like that and have them for each thing, set them all up and then put them all
uh,
together in one link tree. So it's like that
yeah
was
that's
that was a
fire.
pain, but I
Imma
did it.
get me a link tree though. I think that'd be benefit for me with the radio station and with what I got going on. I think I'm gonna do a link tree,
Yeah.
account and do that and make that happen. But yeah, definitely get involved with somebody, build relationships. Um, don't forget to and I tell artists this, if you really wanna get put on and somebody's platform is really doing a thing, like our platform, do a pledge. You know what I mean? At the bottom of the screen of all our podcasts and what we're doing, we have our Cash App right there. Do a pledge $1 every week. You know what I mean? And put into the notes. I'm an artist. This and that. Boom, boom. My pledge $1 to you. Appreciate you. $2, $5, whatever. And then you hit them in the inbox and let them know who you are. You know what I mean? You know, V Green gonna give you a shout out on her platform. You know what I mean? Shout out to artists from Charlotte. You know what I mean? I checked your music out. You high. He gave a donation. He's awesome. Check this music out. Play it. Boom. You know what I mean? That's how you build a street team in the podcast or you know what I mean? And then you have the producers get involved. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The evening Rush Network be like, yo, who's that? Yo, I need to put him on my movement. And then all the other podcasts connected to the network you play the music. Now you're on 7 different networks off of one person,
Alpha
you know?
One. Just one. I was thinking about that this weekend, Joker. That like I don't think a lot of people understand the reasons podcasters put their Cash App information down in the ticker box there, because it allows us to bring more content and more of these shows
Mhm.
to the viewers and the listeners. It
Right.
allows us to have more flexibility, because we have to pay. Like a lot of us are paying, and it
Yeah.
is costly, and we want to bring as much of the content to the viewers as possible. But it's a small investment. It really is. Even
Yeah.
$5 can go a long way in this
Yeah.
business. Invest in yourself.
You
I
do
can't
that
stress that
$5
enough.
pledge a week to a podcast or radio movement, you know how fast you
Right.
get streams, you know how fast you can go to the next level, you know how
Hmm.
fast you get opportunities to do shows, paid shows,
Yeah.
commercials, you know what I mean? Off the little connect, you never know who. You know what I mean? Same thing with my situation with Jacob Six hitting me up, and then he went live with me with his boss, Diddy. You know, them things right there is a big thing just off of you being consistent in knowing what you're doing and how you're doing it. See, a lot of these artists think it's all about them all the time. It's not
Mm.
all about you all the time. You know what I mean? If you take the time to help somebody else, like, okay, I like what she's doing. I like what Taker doing with his content on YouTube. Let me go ahead and inbox him real quick and see if I can get in while I fit. The same situation when Taker hit me up in inbox. Let me see how can I get involved with 514 Online Mix with the Popular Show with the Joker. I like what he got going on. He's consistent what he's doing. You know, I can help him, and I can also capitalize on what he got going on. It's all
Hmm.
about building relationship, and then you building a team, and you don't even know it.
Right. Right. Yes, like look at this. We have 514 Online Media, which is in Canada. We have IBP Media Group. We have the Evening Rush Network. We have the
Mhm.
Pop-Up Show with the Joker. We
Yeah.
have Taker. We have Think and Grow with Vet Green. We have Priscilla. I mean, this is a team.
Yeah.
This is what Napoleon Hill talks about when he talks about the mastermind group. It's just supporting each other, investing, into each other. Man, you'd be amazed what you can do when you stop thinking so much me, 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 me. It's not just about. It takes a village. It takes a village.
Right. Yeah,
Greetings from
we got my man
UK.
Ali Bernard. Greetings right there in the UK. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Appreciate you for tuning in. No doubt. Keep on tuning in, man. You know what I'm saying? And put your information in the comments also. You know what I mean? You know, we're giving out gifts and stuff this year too, man. We're gonna give out some gift cards. We'll give out some free merch, t-shirts, hats.
Hmm.
We finna
Yeah, I
do it
got the
big
Think
for
and Grow with Vet Green
2023. So
shirts coming
definitely,
soon. I'll be
yeah,
giving out
yeah.
some of those.
Yeah, put your information in there, Ali. We appreciate you out there in the UK showing some love on the IBP Media Group page right there, man. Much love and respect due right there, no doubt. But yeah, definitely. And these things I tell the artists to do at all times. You know what I mean? You know, you help somebody else out, that brings attention to your platform and make attention to your page. Just by you helping somebody, getting involved with a charity. Come on, man, it's breast cancer month. You know what I mean? So,
Mm.
you know, you might get involved with somebody that's doing a fundraiser to raise money. You know, somebody might, lost their breast and trying to build, to keep their medication up or something like that. You can go in and be like, listen, anybody that share my content, I'm gonna put $1 into the charity. You know what I mean? Guess what people gonna do? They're gonna run it up because they gonna say we're gonna run it up because we can get 1,000 shares. You gonna put $1,000 in that charity. You know what I mean? You know, you could do things like that to help, not just help somebody, but building your brand for a purpose of what you're doing.
Mm.
Because when you go to another level in your career, trust me, if you want tax breaks, charity is the key. You know
Yes,
what
you
I
can
mean?
definitely
Just,
you can definitely
don't
do
get it
that.
twisted. That's why a lot of these actors and musicians and stuff, they behind the taxes. You know what I mean? You start giving more, they get your tax break. That's people understand that, that's a whole whole 'nother show. That's a whole other show, that's business,
my
that's a
my
business thing.
first career won't allow me to speak on these things, so I
Yeah,
can't. I
right,
wish I
right.
could.
Yeah, no doubt, I mean, and that's the truth, and that's why people don't understand, when Michael Jackson passed away, they said he was his value worth was something like $38 billion. Why? because he gave millions and millions of dollars a month in charities.
Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
brings
Look.
value to your name when you giving charity on a consistent basis. You know what I mean? The value, you might not have that money in your account, but the value of your name and your brand is worth that. So if somebody
Mhm.
wanted to buy the name Michael Jackson, not just his estate, but the copyright of his name, not even counting the music, that's how much it's gonna be worth. You know? So, keep that in
Mhm.
mind, y'all. That's free gems right there. That's free, energy right there. Any more fire topics y'all got going on? With the awards, BET
I didn't,
Awards.
you know what? I didn't get a chance to watch them last night. I went and, handle everything with my mom. And as I was walking the dog, I saw the nurses in her building were playing the BET Awards. So did you guys check them out? I'm gonna have to check
Yeah, I
out the
did.
replay tonight. How'd you like it? Did Benny win?
No, he lost both of his. And, yeah, I can talk about this too. Politics. We talked about this about the 716 Music Awards.
Who did he?
Kendrick Lamar cleaned up
Oh, of course.
politics. You know what I mean? It ain't how many streams. It's not how many. He has a name brand that's overpowering the streams of what Benny is doing.
A well-known
Benny
brand.
finna be in the politics after his album drop with Def Jam. When his album drop with Def Jam next year, he's gonna win every award across the board that's run by BET, VH1, possible MTV, Soul Train Awards, awards like that. Probably American Music Awards also, because I believe I heard a rumor that he's supposed to be nominated at the American Music Awards this year too, on November 5th, the 6th, or something like that is the awards. Um, he's supposed to be nominated too, but politics is the key. You know what
The
I mean? You got to
nomination is
understand
good
it.
too, Benny. We love you in Buffalo, and I'm sure
Yeah.
716 Awards got something special for you.
Oh yeah,
Just know
he's gonna be an
yourself.
investor for that, so he's gonna invest in that also.
Hmm.
Like the Benny, they're gonna do a Benny the Butcher Award or something in his honor, and stuff because he's investing. But it's all about politics. But last night, my favorite thing that I like the ciphers, of course.
Oh,
But when they did the Loud Records reunion, that was the best. Did you check that out, Your Taker?
No, I was actually had a really bad migraine yesterday, so I didn't get to do
Ooh,
too much.
know about those. I know my wife, she has them all the time. Yeah, she just got to subscribe to new medication on that too, and it's working. But yeah, I understand about that. But yeah, man, the Loud Records reunion was amazing, and people don't understand. Loud Records was the next best thing to Def Jam. They signed one of the biggest acts in underground hip hop history, like Mobb Deep, Wu Tang Clan, Dead Prez. Man, they had all of them came on stage, man, to represent Busta Rhymes. They signed so many good artists in the '90s, man. Loud Records, they think they first breakthrough in Loud Records, I think it was Wu Tang Clan was one of the
mm,
first breakthrough. It then came Mobb Deep, but yeah, they did that reunion. That was the best.
I bet it was
Uh,
nice.
that was awesome. 30-year anniversary of Loud Records.
Oh,
They gave him his flowers. Fat Joe did an amazing job hosting. And then he also had a segment with the Drink Champs on stage with their little table.
oh,
That
they
was
had the table
cool.
out and everything.
Yeah, they had a table. They had that like they was in a studio, so that was
That's
tight.
what's up.
And I liked it. The ciphers. They couldn't play all the ciphers like they do every year. So you got to go to BT.com to see the other ciphers because they didn't play the cipher with the Buffalo's own Monty Caesar. So I'm definitely gonna check that out today on BT.com. Check out the cipher she was in. Then you get a chance to do that. And then they did the first annual um, Hip Hop Awards battle with DNA and K Shine. And DNA won that battle. He got the battle award on BT. So that's a new segment he's doing every year with the battle culture. And I think that's real big because the battle culture came a long way. It's different it's different now than back in the day because I was a battle MC too. But my culture, the battle culture was different than what's going on now. Now it's more like poetry type of battle.
Mm.
Battle we came up with, we was actually involved with the freestyle 101, joining you with the rhyme, you know, yeah, with the
I
16.
go to I went to a rap battle here in Buffalo. It was nice. I can't wait to the next one. I haven't, transitioning in between cities. Now I'm here so I can go
Yeah.
to another. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, yeah. So that was cool. That's a new segment they had. That culture is real big right now. I know Buffalo have their own battle lead, Who Want the Smoke.
Yeah.
And I believe there's another one they building, another one that's coming up that I heard somebody's coming out with that's out of Niagara Falls. So it's like these battle leagues is the culture is getting real big. Remy Monk got one for the females that where females get the bag. A couple other people is bringing. I think her husband about to do one. Pat Poose about to put a lead together. So it's a lot of people in the industry that's been in the battle lead is actually putting together these leads to help the culture push forward. And I think that's amazing. That's an amazing art form right there. And I salute to those who do it. Somebody
Yeah,
always
it
asked me,
is.
would you go back into the battle joint? I said, nah, let the young folks handle that. I'll let y'all handle that right there. I'm
who's
different with mine.
who, who's
You know, I was always into the battle tracks before verses. We used to diss each other on tracks. I was in that culture for a while. And that's the way that and I like the way it stays there. We won't get physical afterwards. That's cool. You know what I
do
mean?
you have a top
Uh,
5 battle rapper? Like
my
just
top
around
five
the
battle
country?
rappers of all time. Um, I got something to think about. Let me see. I got some legendaries, man. I will put Murder Mook at my number one. Number two, I'll put Ness. Ness from the band. I like him. He's nasty with it. I like also Murder Mook's brother, T Rex. I like T Rex. Amazing. And then uh, Loaded Lux. I put him probably at number 4. Loaded Lux, I remember him on the Smack DVDs. He was amazing. He's very entertaining with his expressions in his face and stuff. And you know what? And I like Hitman Holla. I like Hitman
Mm,
Holla from Wild 'N Out. And I like him. You know, Charlie Clips too, but Hitman got a whole different type of art form when he battles. He paints the picture so well when he
mm,
rhyme, and I can move him up at number 2 really because people be sleeping on what he can really do. He have fun on Wild 'N Out. People don't take him serious the way he do on that end, but you actually look at his battles on YouTube, he paints a good amazing picture. You know what I
mm,
mean? In his metaphors, what he does, he breaks it down in his expression. He break every word down, and you can imagine what he's trying to come with. And he'll put it together like this, that. And he'll put it together while he rhyming, and then you be like, "Oh, okay, all right." It's an art form, and he's really in the artistry of words. So what he's doing, he's very educated. Uh, he had a scholarship in college for basketball, and uh, he was taking some doctor courses in college. So he's very intelligent young man from St. Louis. Yeah, Hitman Holler. Yeah, so that be my top five. Yeah, yeah.
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Have you know any battle MCs in the city of Buffalo or
Cap 716.
yeah?
Who else? Falzone. I really like him. Was like a secret storm. I wasn't ready for him. When I did hear him, he was running around like he wasn't going to be battling that night. Then when I heard him, man, he bodied him. He bodied the guy that he was battling against. I can't even lie. I saw him at the 716 Awards and I cornered him. I was like, you know
Yeah,
what? Because I
yeah.
asked you what you were doing here. I'm thinking he just a spectator like me. He
Really?
killed it. And he's so funny.
Yeah,
He's so funny.
yeah. I like Telly from Buffalo.
Hmm.
Telly 716. He's the top batter out of Buffalo, right? He took the crown after he beat Dutch Black. Dutch Black was my number one battle MC out of Buffalo. His you go to Dutch Black versus on YouTube. He's a kill cats
I have to look
before
him
the
up.
pandemic. His name is Dutch Black. But Telly beat him at Who Wants Smoke. That was the main event they had, I think, in the middle of the pandemic, matter of fact. Telly smoked him. I was surprised. I knew Telly was nice, but he really showed out on that battle, right there. So I like Dutch Black. I like Telly. Um, my man from the West Side, Propane. I ain't hear him battle in a while, but the last 3 battles I think that boy is nice. He a Puerto Rican cat. Um, he look, Caucasian, but he's Puerto Rican, and he's named Propane, and, he a beast. He went to the
You
Niagara Falls battle, destroyed it, then he went to Connecticut, and then he went to Cleveland. Then he came back to Buffalo and did a battle, destroyed, Who Wants Smoke. He wasn't surprised he wasn't the main event. The main event that day, it wasn't really when I seen it on YouTube, wasn't should have been the main event, but it is what it is. But I wanna see him come back and really do
yeah.
something. I love his style. I love
You
what he
know who
got
I've
going
been
on.
listening to? I wouldn't say that he's a battle rapper, but Street Soprano. I like his style. I
Yeah.
really like his style. He has a song with Kata King that
Okay.
I've been listening to. I can't even the song is I was listening to it going to get my Tim Hortons coffee. It's just
Mhm.
the flow is just so
Yeah.
nice. And I like how they both come in together and it's just a really nice track. I hate
Yeah.
that I
Yeah,
don't
all
have
the
my
rappers you
phone.
calling out, man, I'm praying and hoping they get their
Yeah.
marketing straight. They can really be in that lane of what Buffalo is doing for the culture in I could say the independent lane. Um, I really want to see them guys, get recognized in the boom bap community across the board because they definitely can do it. Definitely. Was the YNX 716?
Oh, he's
He
so
he
fire.
definitely came up. He was on Shady 45. He really is in that lane. He did a song with Conway also. He's really in that lane, is really pushing his brand forward. And people and I can see Spills is getting there, and Mark Lee is slowly getting there. They're consistent with it. I encourage them brothers to keep it going on. They've been
Yeah,
doing their solo
YNX
tour.
definitely.
Oh yeah,
I came across YNX on 716 Live. They were doing an interview with him, and I was like, oh, let me just go and listen to the music.
yeah,
What? He fire. He
oh
fire
yeah. I love.
fire.
I reached out to
Mm-hmm.
him a while ago. He been watching me too. Every time he see me, he like, "Joke, I see you." He say, "I'm
Yeah.
see you. We gonna get up. We gonna get up." I said, "I know he is. We gonna let the universe take care of that. We gonna make it happen. When we do, it's gonna be crazy." Um,
Why do you think it's
he's
so
definitely
so?
in tune.
Why do
Definitely in
you
tune.
think artists don't believe they should be marketing their pages? Like your page shouldn't. To me, if I'm looking for music, I want the music to pop out on your page. Like you should be marketing that stuff.
Yeah.
Draw me to your page and keep and make me want to go listen to your music. A
I
lot of
think the
artists'
number
pages
one
are
thing
boring.
that I think is weakness for artists, because it was weakness for me in the beginning, and I understand, is the budget.
Mm,
Um, when you don't have a budget behind it, it gets rough. You gotta do some sacrifice down the line you gotta be at the perfect time to that sacrifice. And you got to really follow the market, what's going on in that lane to know when is the best time for you to sacrifice, to invest in yourself, to do things. And I like I did yesterday when I broke down what's the budget to start off with as an artist. And I said around, if you're an artist and you need a starter budget, I would start off at least $50 a month that you can just use to market yourself as far as campaign ads, learning it, giving it a shot. You ain't gonna get it overnight, but if you do it consistently, you can figure out your niche, you figure out your audience, you can figure out what you need to be doing at a time at the same time you're releasing music in the studio, you have a solid logo, and how you set your page up on top of that. All that
mhm.
coming together for you to move forward, to know your niche. If you have a good following, but your page ain't legit with the followings, then you won't get the major people, like major DJs to hit you up. You know what I'm saying? Or Papoose to hit you up, to from any executive to hit you up, or somebody like that's behind the scenes with Benny the Butcher, or behind the scenes with Conway. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to be set up to where they could be attracted, not just the music or what you're doing in your marketing, but how your page is set up and how you post it. They see your page ain't organized in your description, and you posting up some ratchet stuff that you had to fight with your baby mama, and you know what I mean? You talking about somebody, and you talking about females, relationships, and you know what I'm saying? And you an artist, you are confusing the consumer.
Mm.
You don't know if you an artist or you a blogger or you just a regular fan, just, you
With the
can you
baby mama
confusing.
drama, daddy drama.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's all. It's like, and these are the thing I tell a lot of artists, and I know a lot of artists that's very talented, even on your Facebook music page, even on your now, I had a little tip, one of my mentors, now your personal page, since they changed a lot of things on Facebook, got to match what you're doing on your music business page now. Now that's connected now. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? All that gotta be together. Now you gotta change the way you do things on social media all around now. You know what I mean? You just can have a page just to be right, 'cause they're gonna find that page, and then they're not gonna take you serious. You just missed a blessing to do a song with Benny. You just missed a blessing to be on this mixtape. You just missed a blessing to be on a major platform, like our platform, to get played and build a bigger fan base and have an opportunity. You know what I mean? You shoot yourself in the foot when you do those things. Now you really gotta change all around what you're doing on your social medias now, because they all fit together now since everything's getting changed around. Especially on Facebook. Facebook doing a hell of a job. They doing a hell of a job of making everything more professional. It's more like a website now, the way
Mm.
they're transition on IG and all that. And then you got to understand your markets with these platforms. That's a whole nother show too that I'm gonna break down. You know what I mean? TikTok market is different from IG market.
Yes, it
YouTube
is.
market is different from TikTok market. You know what I mean? You could put them together, but they still on their own little lane in their own way. And you got to figure out which one you want to master, why you can still do things on those platforms. You know what I mean? So, it ain't what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah, I got to focus on my TikTok now. I got my Instagram pretty much. It's good. I feel comfortable. I feel really good about my Instagram page, even
Mhm,
the podcast page. But the TikTok, I got to get there because I saw my TikTok grow, and I don't have a lot of people on there following me, less than 500. But was able to amass that amount of following just in days, like literally. And then I was
mhm,
like, okay, it's a lot because I'm trying to post to Snapchat,
mhm,
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. That's a lot. It takes time, especially if you're intentional about what you are posting and the content. It takes some time. Some mornings, it takes me a couple of hours just to edit and
mhm.
do all of that. It takes time, but I'm intentional about it. So,
Right, right, right. And and I noticed too, and I'm gonna bring this up. I have like a couple of my mentors that I look at. Everybody is talking about different things on social media. If you I have a marketing manager that give tips on just TikTok. My man Brandon. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I said, I'm gonna do a show on that. All the links of all different mentors of marketing that they heavy on. My man Dorian, he's heavy on the YouTube side of marketing. My man Keith, he's solid on the IG side of marketing. You know what I mean? Jiz the Guru, IG is his baby. He do some YouTube, but that's his baby. You know what I mean? So you got different people, marketing coaches that's strong, teaching in those areas. So you can learn on all three jump balls, but also one of my I forgot my man name that I follow. It ain't Keith. I get Keith and this guy mixed up. You know what I'm saying? I think his name is Bruce. He give me emails all the time on digital marketing. And he made it very clear. He said, I don't care about none of these marketing people that's on here. I salute them. But he always say, if you an artist or producer, master one. You know what I mean? Before you go heavy in other.
podcasters too.
Yeah, yeah, he said master one, then the other ones can be your side chick hustle to where you could still minimize everybody to come to one, like come to your IG. So if I'm mastering IG, I'm gonna use my Facebook to build that up, but also send them to IG. LinkedIn, send them to IG. You know what I mean? It's ways you can do that, and he has a class on that, how you can do that. So, I think that makes sense because I noticed when I do marketing on them other platforms, um, it can really get confusing confused on how you do things, but on IG, I know exactly what to do. I know my target audience very easy. It took a minute, but at the same time, they're engaging what I'm doing, and they're engaging to anything I'm connected with. They like 514. Then they're gonna follow. I've been on your show, so now they're gonna follow what you're doing because I was on that show. They're gonna say, okay, well, if he's doing this and he's on this show, I need to check that show out too because he's heavy on this one. So it's got to be heavy over here. So they're gonna give you a shot to see what you got going on. Then they're gonna follow the Evening Rush Network to see what else is going on, and then they're gonna see other things that's going on. Then they're gonna be more interested. And before you know it, you guys have a fan and a following, but they still bouncing back to what I got going on, and they keep it in their agenda what they want to watch throughout the week to keep them entertained and learn things. So, there's a lot of things you can do. Um, some people opinions is good, some is not. It go with what's better for you.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
the audience too. Jer Taker, do you find you said you have like three different pages or three different links? Do you find that your customers don't cross over? Like you may have somebody who's interested in one thing but not interested in the other.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because like with my Twitter, it's a ghost town on Twitter. But when it comes to like Facebook, I just recently started to get a lot more followers on Facebook in the last like year or so. I remember just like at the beginning of last year, I had like 30 followers on Facebook. Now I'm at like 2.1K or something like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, I don't know what the heck just happened. Then Instagram, I started growing a lot in the last year or so as well. So Instagram and Facebook, I wasn't doing so good. Now, that changed. YouTube was my big platform. That's all because I've been on that
Mhm.
11 plus years. So
Oh
I've had
wow.
multiple channels on YouTube and whatnot, and now I've been sticking to the main two that I had. I have like a music channel and an entertainment channel. Those two have been popping up like crazy. Like I could drop a video. I don't have to do anything. People just come to them.
That's
You
what's
know, like
up.
I mean, I not lately. I'm actually been thinking about if I did start marketing and advertising my YouTube more. I can only imagine what things would get to because as of right now, I could drop a video and depending on how good the content is, I can get a couple hundred people just tuning in on YouTube. Sometimes it's
mhm,
thousands.
mhm,
Sometimes it's you know, at a minimum I get like 30. I usually get like a minimum of 30 to like 10,000. Like there's like it's
Yeah.
always every time I drop something. So it's
That,
like
that
30 views to 10,000 every time I drop something. So it's like YouTube. I've really built up like, and if you look at the analytics too, people are always searching my name, always searching my name.
That's what's up. That's one of the things that I found because when I started going hard with the podcasters, I automatically thought that the people who were on my Instagram, my personal Vet Green Instagram page, were going to just come on over and start listening to the podcast, but it doesn't work like that. A lot of the people who are on my personal Vet Green page, they're on there because they want the motivation. So I decided to create the podcast page. So I know that the people who are on the podcast page are actually interested in the podcast, but most of the people who are on my Vet Green page, they're there strictly for the motivation. And that's the one that I build up. So I try and use the clips of my podcast on the podcast page because I know the people who are on that side, that's what they're looking for.
mhm,
Just like on the Evening Rush Network, those are
mhm.
straight podcast. A lot of my viewers from the Evening Rush Network, it comes from Facebook because Don is sharing the podcast, I'm sharing the podcast, and that's based. We looked at the analytics, and
Mhm.
then we have the Evening Rush Network app also. So there's viewers coming from there. So I'm learning how to market
Mm.
both of my pages and gear it towards the actual audience because it's not the same. And it's frustrating sometimes because on my personal page I have over 1,000 people, followers on my personal page, but they don't necessarily want to watch it. Everybody's not into podcasting.
Yeah.
Everybody has not caught that wave yet. So I'm learning.
And also what you got going on will be awesome when you start giving some free stuff, like a free T-shirt or something. What you can do is once you get your merch up and everything, you can be on your regular Vet Green page, Be like anybody that tunes in from my IG and put in their IG in there saying that they following, you know what I mean? You can go back and see if they're following. Say when you do that, give me your size, I will mail you a free shirt. You'd be surprised of how many people go over there just to see if they can get a free shirt. But they're following the YouTube page just to watch your show on Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing that one of my mentors said, try to give something free. Get some cheap T-shirts made, with a nice average print with your logo on it or in your Instagram, your hashtag on it, and get them bad boys out for free, man. Don't be afraid because that's not an L. People think they taking an L because they give away a free shirt. No, that's taking the L. You gaining because you giving something free and they're gonna get engaged. They're gonna be your street team because guess what?
Mm.
They're gonna be like, yo, I got a T-shirt from you know Vet Green gave me a free T-shirt. Yo, check her podcast out. They're gonna be the word of mouth. They might be in a barber shop talking to 30 people. They might be getting their
Mm.
nails done, talking to 10 females that would love to talk about what you talk about, especially with the new podcast y'all putting together. That's gonna fit perfect. You know
I
what I
can't
mean?
wait.
For the nail salon, breeze salons and stuff like that, mom and pop, urban stores. You know what I mean? You know, and also another gym real quick. You know what I mean? We like you with the Baltimore. You know what I mean? Right address down to the black owned businesses where you can send them a
Mm.
poster to hang up in there. You know what I mean? Send them
Mm-hmm.
a nice colorful poster, average size poster, mail it to them. Yo, I was just in Baltimore. I love what you guys
Oh,
got going on. Yo, hang this up in your store for me. You
I'm
know what I mean?
doing
And
that.
follow me. And I definitely would, support you on the show. So for all the people that's in Baltimore that come on the show, maybe we can print a coupon just for whatever coupon y'all want us to print up for your business to help them get if they buy a sandwich, they get a half a cup of soup free or something, anything. You know what I mean? That's networking. That's how you get to get out there. You'd be surprised how many people would take that poster and hang it up in their window.
I'm doing that. I'm thank you for that idea. I
Yeah,
went to uh bar and grill called Friends Grill. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm doing that. Thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Shout
You'd
out
be
to
sur
Friends Grill in Baltimore.
Yeah, and then you could send them some footage on their IG page, tag them. Yo, I was in your restaurant. It's amazing food, and give them their compliments, give them their love and support, and they say, "Yo, Imma send you a poster to my podcast, hang it in, maybe we can get together, do some networking that I can give anybody that comes in the store and follow any type of coupon you want to market your spot to bring more business. It can be anything. It can be, and they'll go. You'd be surprised. I did with Wing Kings with my newsletter. You know, anybody that came in, they had a discount. They had like I think it was a $5 off of a single wing, something like that, or double. It was a double. $5 off a double wing,
Mm.
you know what I mean? And they just opened up. That's what got Wing Kings popular off of our newsletter, and to this day, they always thank me. Every time they see me, they always be like, "Yo, Joker, you's the one, man, you." Now they got 3 Wing Kings in Buffalo. So,
Mm.
just off of that newsletter. So it's all about networking, a couple tips and all that, all that good stuff, you know what I mean? That's what we do.
That's what's up.
Awesome.
Yeah, I gotta put my little John in there. Gotta put my little John in there. No doubt. Yeah, that's it on the show, y'all. Y'all definitely, any last words?
Continue to be great. If you woke up this morning, you have a whole nother chance to fix what you felt you did wrong yesterday. Don't focus on the wrong, just focus on the future.
That's
Period.
right. That's
Sure,
right.
for
That's right.
sure.
Yeah, and don't forget to tune in on IG. We will be live every Saturday at 2 o'clock. Going live, getting some gems, getting there very involved, and saying for the whole we can get the whole crew this week
Yeah.
on the joint. That'd be amazing. We had a good time last Saturday. It was pretty cool. And keep them algorithms going. Things just slowed down on IG. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna keep on pushing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
We'll keep doing what we're doing, but no doubt, this is your boy the Joker, the Overlook MC. This is what we do.
Time for an old school jam.
Representing that old school.
You want to go back? Let's go back in style. An old school classic. Spun by The Pop-Up Show with the Joker.
I like
Yeah,
that.
that's the Papa Show with the Joker here with your taker. You know what I'm saying? B Green, the Queen. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you follow her right now. Let people know what's going on with your podcast on Friday.
Yeah, make sure you are following Think and Grow with Vet Green on the Evening Rush Network. Check us out. Make sure you check out the interview that we did last night with the Joker. He was hilarious. I posted some clips to the Think and Grow with Vet Green podcast page on Instagram. So make sure you check that out. And on Friday, we'll be back and we're coming with a new show. It's not going to just be Think and Grow with Vet Green. We have a new show that is in the works that we are going to be having on Friday. So stay tuned. I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward to the collaborations with
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, yeah.
I'm happy to be above ground.
Yeah, your taker, let them know what you got going on, how to get a hold of you live on the radio so they can go ahead and follow you too.
At any platform, look up Jertaker, Jertaker. I got a lot going on. Honestly, I don't know release dates on everything yet, but I do got multiple music videos coming soon for some releases, a bunch of different like collaborations and whatnot, some solos. I got a bunch of vlogs coming soon. I actually have some people a part of the team helping with the editing and all that stuff. As long as it's along with me editing, so we're all editing and stuff like that, trying to get these vlogs out because sometimes I do a little bit longer of vlogs. So when it comes to the vlog side and everything like that, I got some short, some long. So for people who wanna sit there and get their snacks out and start watching a bunch of good stuff and everything. I keep people entertained the whole time, but some of the vlogs they are a little explicit, so just
Yeah,
warning everybody and anything. Some
that's a
some of them,
fact.
some of them are not, but when it comes to cursing, I bleep out cursing, so that's the good part. But they are
Yeah,
a little bit
no doubt.
explicit sometimes with like the extreme activities and whatnot. But I would say stay tuned. We got a lot coming. Release dates. I'm not too particular with release dates yet because when I say a release date and it comes to a video or something like that, an unfortunate event comes upon. I'm saying it's a little hard to make those until they're done. I can come up with release dates. So,
No doubt.
but they're getting
Can't
close to a
wait.
lot of them.
Can't wait. Can't wait. And V Green, make sure you send me OG Moan's Facebook so I can
I
follow her.
sure will.
Yeah,
Yep, I sure will. Yeah,
follow
shout
her
out
with
to my new co-host OG Moan. She's on Facebook as Mona Lisa, Monaleesa.
okay. No
Yeah.
doubt. Yeah, definitely. I definitely gotta follow her, 'cause I follow her brother and everything, and he definitely doing his
Rose Gold
thing.
Rails. Shout
Yeah,
out
no
Rose
doubt.
Gold Rails.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, there's no doubt, man. Appreciate everybody tuned in. So we go ahead and uh end this like this.
It's your boy Young Rome, and you now tuned into the livest podcast in the game with the Joker on 514 Online Mix Radio.
No doubt, no doubt. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you know. Yeah, we off air.